All right, that was a beautiful one there on the poetic interlude. So we're on to the political segment of the show. So Yahaya Bello, who was declared wanted earlier in this year, is facing allegations of laundering over 110 billion naira during his tenure. So despite initial hurdles in bringing him to justice, the EFCC has now taken decisive steps by detaining and interrogating him. So we'll be discussing this current issue with Barrister Monday Ehimari Jeffrey, who is a principal solicitor, MJ Ehimari and Co. Good morning. It's good to have you back on the show.
Thank you so much for
And
having me.
also a familiar face on the show, Honorable Timothy Osadolo, who is the Deputy National Youth Leader for the PDP. Good
Good,
morning.
good morning,
And
and
it's
thank you for having me here.
Yeah, it's good to have you here again. So, Barrister, let's just dive straight into our discussion for today. Can you provide a brief overview of the allegations against former Governor Yahaya Bello?
Yeah, it's that of money laundry and criminal breach of trust and misappropriation of public funds. Sometimes, some months ago I was here, and
Yes.
I also remember my concluding statement was telling us to trust the process. Now, all of these are not offense that are new to our law. What has transpired are not offenses that are new to our law. They are known offenses, and as such, a breach of same, there is sanction for it. Now, the whole rigmarole from the inception of the matter, getting order from Kogi High Court, restraining the EFCC from arresting him, down to the Federal High Court, straight to the Court of Appeal, the Supreme Court, and presently at the High Court. I think the reason why we can talk about this today is because Yahaya Bello has exhausted all options available to him. Hence, he had no other option but to submit himself. So it is a crime known to our law.
Okay.
Yes.
Honorable, we're going to bring you in here. So, what were your thoughts when you saw the news this week of the detainment by the EFCC?
Well, for me, and for many discerning Nigerians, I think what happened this week with Yahya Bello is somewhat of a foreclosure to a long, embarrassing drama that has put not only the EFCC but Nigeria anti-graft agencies on a laughing pedestal where the whole world sees them as a joke. And the whole exercise was a joke. It was a rude joke taken too far. You see, the man had 8 years, which he has exhausted. The man has been on the run for almost a year plus now. What do they need to have simply arrested or prosecuted a man who never fled the shores of Nigeria? Yes, he was going to the courts, exhausting himself, blah, 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 blah. The swiftness with which the EFCC arrested some other governors or some other Nigerians that are not so seemingly cloaked or covered by the seeming powers that be in the villa and outside of the villa is different. So, yeah, Bello is just a pawn to me and to other Nigerians. Give them a Bello, go for the other opposition leaders. Is Yahaya Bello really being interrogated? Is he really being prosecuted? So let's look at the issues that they are telling us or showing us, and also look at what is making them do it and why they are not, or what they are not telling us. So it's a whole lot of it's like a Pandora's box. If they are sincere, there is no reason why there is no defense. Nobody is making a defense as to why Governor Yahaya Bello should not be prosecuted. He was a public officer. He has been accused of huge or very, very, very many serious crimes that he honorably should explain. But if the EFCC does not need him to say I stole or I didn't steal, the records are there to speak for themselves. I would have expected them to have done diligent work rather than media trial and sensational news. Oh, we almost caught him. Oh, he escaped. Oh, the former governor brought security. They were all needless stories. The security men attached to the former governor and even the serving governor, they are all on taxpayers' money. They are all answerable to the IG of police. And there's a commander-in-chief who overrides them all. What did this chain of command, what did they do if they were not complicit? Thank you.
Barrister, I'd like to answer his question because I saw
Okay.
you reacting while he was
Yeah.
talking. Could it have been swifter, or are they actually following due process?
Yeah, I will tell us for a fact that the EFCC actually did a good job. They followed due process.
Okay.
I will explain bit by bit. Now, the law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria protects your rights as an individual. Even a criminal, the one an armed robber you catch in the act of robbery, also have a right. The law says everybody is presumed innocent until proven otherwise by the court. A scholar once said that the law is what the court says it is. Now, in this instance, there are constitutional rights of individuals as a citizen of Nigeria, not just given by the Constitution alone, it's also a God-given right. Now, I said something here the last time. I said, no court will stop any accused person from answering his question in a criminal charge. And the Supreme Court, in recent time, the Court of Appeal held the same position. I related on live TV here the last time I was on this Yahaya Bello's issue. Now, I would like to explain something, the question my brother here asked. It's very simple. Every Nigeria has a right to exploit what is stated in the Constitution. If I feel you have breached one of my rights, I have the right to go to court. Now, this is it. What happened all through the chase of Yahaya Bello? Not that EFCC cannot go to him and apprehend him. There were orders flowing from one court to another. And I explained to us the last time that these people were, the EFCC officials, were really calculative and that they know what they are doing. And I remember stating that we should trust the process. Now, when he went about enforcing his fundamental human right, another court assumed jurisdiction over the matter, requested for his arrest. Now, EFCC being the present boss of EFCC, I must really commend him on this show. Reason being that when Yahaya Bello came to EFCC facility in company of the governor, it was on record he came with over 50 policemen who came guiding the whole act that was put up in EFCC. Mind you, Yahaya Bello, they were trying to put up a defense. I have submitted myself. They were the ones that refused to arrest me. But the boss was calculative enough to know that if I try to intercept, I have breached the immunity of the sitting governor, taking him away from, taking Yahaya Bello away from him. I am risking the life of my men. When you have over 50 policemen, imagine there's an open fire. There would have been casualties. Yeah. And it would be a national disgrace that two agencies are fighting because of a suspect. Now, on that ground, Yahaya Bello only submitted himself to the EFCC facility when he has exhausted all his constitutional rights. From the High Court to the Court of Appeal until the final verdict. He's coming to EFCC facility when he was arrested, or EFCC arresting him, is as a result of the fact that at that point in time, there was no fence built around him. There was nobody to protect him.
Disagree.
The position he had, the defense he had, was his right to go to court, and he was there until the last judgment that was given, and then the court held that no court can stop him from being prosecuted. He should answer his charge. He should answer his charge, and on that ground, EFCC went ahead, and then he was arrested. Whether he came on his own or he was arrested by the EFCC. The bone of contention is that he is facing trial. So the whole drama has been cut short via his arrest.
Okay. Honorable, I saw you, I don't know, why were you disagreeing with what Barrister here was saying?
First, I am not a lawyer, and I don't intend to do EFCC case now or in the near future. So I will be very frank as I can be. You said you came with over 100 policemen. Thank God you know they were already policemen.
I didn't say 100.
No, I'm saying now, I'm even supporting you now. I don't know who did the statistics and counted 50. So I'm not saying it's 100 or even 200. But you now know that they are policemen. And you know these policemen answer to an AIG or an IG, a sister agency. You could not even reach out to say, IG, I have a problem with your personnel here. Or DIG Ops, or Area Commander, I have a problem here. As a sister agency, please come and order your men for stand down. You are the chairman of EFCC. You are on hot wire button with the presidential villa. You can get Mr. President on short notice, who is the commander-in-chief. There are other service chiefs you hold service security meetings with that you could have called for assistance. You didn't explore all of that. The swiftness with which you bundle and harass and dehumanize all other Nigerians, you couldn't apply such to the famed white lion that you have said is a thief. Because I'm not saying it's a thief now. The CFC has said he's a thief.
Allegedly.
No, they're saying it's a thief, that's what they're portraying.
No, we're saying on the show here, allegedly.
No, I don't know. Me, I would think he's a pastor. I don't, but I'm saying FCC has said he's a thief. And they're looking for him. And he came to their office. So this thing, well, not all of us were born yesterday. Some of us came before yesterday. So we know what's happening. It's all stage managed. Let them do what is right and let them do it genuinely. Let the process flow. If Yahaya Bello has yes, the constitution is clear that you have a right to fundamental, whatever, clinical. If it can apply for Yahaya Bello, my own is let it apply to all Nigerians. We are not in Robert Owen's animals farm here. We are in a country that runs by the constitution. Some animals are not more privileged than some others in this country. But the country and the systems has made it so. And that is why there can never be justice or fairness in anything that is done in a Superman style, unless institutions are allowed to function the way it ought to function. I have no grounds with Governor Yahaya Bello. I have no grounds with whoever the EFCC chairman is. My own is this drama of hide and seek. Let's respect ourselves. If we cannot do what is diligent, let's put it under the table and talk something more important. Because this issue is as embarrassing as it can be. Now today is Yahaya Bello that they have choose to bring out of the pocket. I can assure you tomorrow more than 5 opposition governors or leaders of the other parties will be brought in a commando style. Nobody will talk about a court of law, 50 policemen or 200 soldiers from the moon. They will be brutalized and dehumanized. But here, someone has been running from the law. He has seemingly exhausted himself in the Supreme Court. Then I realized, oh, there's no more 50 policemen. He cannot be arrested. Come on.
Honorable, could there be political undertones to this arrest, or is EFCC just basically working on their mandates?
I know you got my message. What I'm saying is political undertone is not even political undertone. Political tone, undertone, coloration, discoloration is over all of this issue.
So it's not based on these cases. It's
See,
based on
it's
the
just
fact
that
that he
whatever
is.
they have accused him of is too humongous to be swept under the carpet. Otherwise, the man would have been a minister, not like some other ministers in the villa. This government has a propensity to reward strong men that have looted heavily. And that is why you see they cannot go after anybody. They will just back, and back. At the end of the day, you see that guy collecting chieftaincy title in his village in a few weeks' time.
All right. Before we go, Barrister, what's based on due process, as you said earlier? What should we expect to unfold going forward with this case?
Thank you very much. You know, during the last time I was around, I told us something. I said, the case will see the light of the day. He will be apprehended and he will face trial. Because I know the position of the law. When it comes to the law, a good lawyer is not the one that knows what the law is, the one that knows where to find the law. Yahaya Bello would definitely answer to his charge, of which I started already. I will just say something and I'll come back to this question. Issue of immunity cannot be taken for granted. And that is why the present governor of Kogi State cannot be tried for accessory after the fact. Because he's a governor. And there's a constitutional provision guiding him. We all know if Yahaya Bello has another option, he won't be in court now. What are we saying? You must also put into recognizance that the apex level of the EFCC, the boss of the EFCC, is equally a learned man. And nobody is going to call him that this right was breached or that was breached. In other words, this case cannot go forward. Now, Yahaya Bello is in court. A bail application was filed, I think, on the 22nd of November, before the date of the
Detainment.
because the date of his arraignment. Now, there have been series of arguments. EFCC have countered that application, stating that releasing these people will actually destroy evidence. Now, there are laid down principles for bail. The court will only grant bail when they can secure the attendance of the suspect. The law is beyond mere assertion or political grievances. Now, Yahaya Bello has been brought to court. The ground at which they are saying that the bail application cannot fly is the fact that two other persons are still serving principals in Kogi State. And on this ground, if they are let to go, they can conceal evidence. Yahaya Bello, the bail application, the objection to his bail application was also as a result of his previous attitude and the drama surrounding it. If you see, EFCC have been able to gather one or two evidence, why he shouldn't come out. My conclusion is this. What we are to expect in the nearest future as regards this matter, let's allow the law take its course. Every other person believes that White Lion will not be in EFCC detention. There is nobody can hold him and put him there. But today, he will be there till the 10th of December. Let's sit down, fold our hands, and watch the whole thing unfold.
All right.
Before counting our chickens before they are hatched.
All right, so I think we'll leave it there, and we'll keep monitoring this case closely and bring you back to see when everything unfolds. Thank you so much, Barrister Monday Ahimari Jeffrey and Honorable Timothy Osadola.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we have Entrepreneur Spotlight coming up next.